So, yeah, we're going to have that hangout in a bit, a little over an hour. I went and talked to Gary, got kicked out. Probably not welcome back there anymore because all Gary wants to talk about is his scientific quote unquote theory, but he won't even admit it's a theory or a candidate. It's like it's the only option. And I know because I figured out that it's true. It's like he's taken in, done a little sketch here, sketchy sketch. Obviously, it's going to be right. Well, what about all the missing parts? Well, it's going to work out. You obviously could see that. It's to this next level of ridiculousness. I mean, I appreciate the confidence to have an opinion, stand behind it, but to sketch out a physical theory and then be surprised, honestly, to be surprised that people would need some sort of demonstration besides the fact that it's the evolution of this logical system. It has to be true. It just has to be. I mean, and to feel that way is one thing, but then to be like actually expecting other people to buy that way, that's just not sane, right? Of course, people are not going to be convinced that way. You would have to have a system that I can compare with the current system, and going, but it's all made up, unmade up entities. Well, you're calling things photons and gravitons that aren't photons or gravitons, but these kind of quanta, some new concept of yours, no more visible than any of their stuff. Gary wants to say that magnetism is invisible. I'm like, well, you can pretty much see there's a magnetic force. He's saying, yeah, but how by magic in the field? It doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't know what the field is yet. We're looking into that. But the fact is that quantum mechanics was invented to model uh, the atom, how the electron is captured, and it ends up having a lot of implications because basically that's what drives, all of chemistry is how the electron is behaving in the molecules and atoms that they're a part of. And you can't just say, oh, well, I have this intuition, it'll be this way, and it'll all work out. No, people had similar intuitions. It didn't work out. It was complicated to get a mathematical system that works. Not that simple. And quantum mechanics solved that. And as far as, well, what's behind the math? What's it mean that we have this quantum field that we calculate over? Well, mostly it just means that we still believe in space. We rely separation between features of a system, energy distributions, and the fact that there could be a distribution comes from the concept that there's space, which is the concept of distribution. So it's pretty successful in a pretty difficult situation. You can't just say, "Well, my system obviously makes more sense." That is at the insanity level of And then he says it's a religion. Like what I believe is just because it's a religion. When in reality, it's a lot of experiments and numbers and things that all correlate and work out. It's like when you double check, it's like, oh, I get the same answer kind of situation. And Gary's just spouting it out of his head, and he thinks actually he can say to other people that they're the ones that are just being faith based. But his knowledge that his system is correct is just his own judgment. He said it in the room last night. It's like, well, I've looked at it, and I'm nobody's more qualified than me. And you're not even measuring whether the mathematical predictions that your model doesn't make. You're like, well, when it does make them, they'll be right. Obviously, why would I make wrong predictions? it's it's sad. So that's over. But anyway, we're gonna have a hangout here. Whomever wants to come at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll post the link so you can come into the hangout at the video. And actually, I'm going to look at a way to just make a permanent room where the link would stay the same. Okay, cheers.